bread a coffee, with all lowliness and gentleness, long-suffering for one another in love. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 2. One morning years ago, I was sitting in my chair when my little daughter came right up to me and jumped on my lap. I gave her a fatherly hug and gently kissed her head, and she sighed contentedly. But then she frowned, wrinkled her nose, and looked accusingly at my coffee cup. "Dad," she announced solemnly, "I love you, but I don't like the smell of you." My daughter couldn't know, but she kindly told the truth. I didn't want to hurt my feelings, but I felt compelled to say something. And sometimes, we need to do it with our acquaintances. In Ephesians chapter 4, Paul points to our relationship with others, especially when we say difficult truths, with all lowliness and meekness, long-suffering for one another in love. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 2. Humility, meekness, and patience are the foundation of our relationships. Developing these qualities with God's support will help us, but following the truth in love, let us grow in everything into Him who is the head, that is, Christ. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 15. No corrupted word come out of your mouth, but that which is good for the necessary edification, in order to give grace to the listeners. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 29. No one likes to be confronted about their weaknesses, but when something about us smells, God can use faithful friends to speak to us with grace, truth, humility, and gentleness. Reflect and pray. When has someone humbly confronted you? What do you think is most important when you speak lovingly about the weaknesses you see in others? Father, help me to receive corrections and to give them with love, grace, and meekness.